Hello, this is Qureshi, and in this video we'll be talking about the profit distribution mechanism in Islamic banking institutions. So, profit distribution mechanism in Islamic banks. We see how profit is distributed to depositors or among various depositors in riba-free banks. Let's say, for example, if you are a fund manager and you receive some $10,000 from one of your depositors, right? So one depositor gives you $10,000. There's another depositor who gives you again $10,000. There is one more depositor and then one again depositor which is giving you $10,000, right? So you've got four depositors who are giving you exactly the same amount, $10,000, and all of them fortunately say that we are depositing this amount with you for a period of 6 months. Now, if I ask you, how would you invest these four $10,000 in various investments? Of course, the profitability that you can elicit from these four deposits will be, of course, the same, right? Because all these are same amounts and for the same tenor as well, right? So I cannot say that this 10,000 is more profitable than as compared to this 10,000, because both of these $10,000 have been given to me for the same time periods, of course, right? So if at one point of time all these four depositors give me $10,000 each for 6 months time period, then of course I can invest all these $10,000 in a similar fashion, of course, right? So I cannot prioritize any of these deposits as far as the profitability is concerned, right? But let's say, for example, what happens is the first $10,000, let's suppose let's say, for example, is for 6 months. The next 10,000 is for 3 months. The third 10,000, let's say, for example, is for 1 month. And the last $10,000 the person has given on call basis. That means he may ask me to withdraw all these $10,000 at his own will. So, can I say that all these $10,000 are similar in nature as far as the profitability is concerned? Answer is no, of course. I cannot say this anymore. This scenario is very much different as compared to this scenario, of course, right? These are not the same scenarios anymore. So if I'm supposed to distribute the profit among these four depositors, I may say that I will divide profit equally among all these four depositors. That means 25%, 25%, 25%, and again 25%. Please do remember this thing, that this is the profit distribution among the depositors. That means that the institution has already taken its part of the profit, and now the profit distribution is being made among the depositors, right? So I may be saying that I'll be giving equal profit to all these four depositors because I know that all these deposits are similar as far as the profitability is concerned, right? So if this amount was not 10,000, let's say, for example, if it was 20,000, then I could give the profit to this particular guy in the same proportion, of course, of its investment. So the idea behind this is this, that if you are supposed to distribute the profit among your depositors, and you know that all the deposits are similar in nature as far as the tenor is concerned, as far as the profitability is concerned, then of course you can distribute the profit among these depositors on the basis of their investments. So investment ratio can simply be their profit sharing ratio if the deposits are of this firm, right? But as far as a bank is concerned, then of course the deposit side of a bank is not as simple as I have shown over here. The deposit side of a bank looks like this, of course, right? Some depositors give you deposit for 6 months, some may be giving you for 3 months, some may be giving you for 1 month, some may say that I can withdraw the money anytime I would like to withdraw, or maybe somebody might be giving the deposit for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. So you have different sort of depositors, of course, right? So if I ask you to distribute the profit among these 4 depositors, how would you rate these 4 depositors? We know that if you start investing these deposits, of course, if you look at this deposit, you can invest it in any investment opportunity where you know that the investment will take at least, at most 6 months to be liquidated, right? So the tenure of investment should not be more than 6 months over here. But as far as this 10,000 is concerned, it can only be invested in investment opportunities where the liquidation can be made max in 3 months, of course, right? But as far as this one is concerned, of course, here you'll be investing this amount in an investment opportunity where the investment can be liquidated in 1 month's time, right? So it's a very simple market norm that the greater the tenure, the greater will be the return, of course, right? So if you are investing this $10,000 in an investment opportunity where the tenure is somewhere approximately equivalent to 6 months, that means that this particular 10,000 can be invested in a higher, in a more profitable investment as compared to that of this $10,000. And of course, this $10,000 can be invested in a portfolio, in an investment opportunity which is more profitable as compared to the investment opportunity where this $10,000 can be invested, right? So the idea is, of course, these $10,000 are equal in amounts, but of course they are not equal as far as their profitabilities are concerned, right? So we can say that this $10,000 is far more profitable as compared to that of this $10,000, of course, right? So I can rank these $10,000 like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the most profitable and this is the least profitable, of course, right? So if I want to calculate the profit sharing ratios for these depositors, if I want to distribute the profit among these 4 depositors, of course, if I say that the profit should be distributed in their investment ratio, so that will not be fair, of course. I cannot say that 25%, 25%, 25% or any investment ratio will be good enough as the profit sharing ratio for these depositors. Of course, that cannot go at all. Right. So what we need to do is we need to assign them some weightages. What we do is we assign them some weightages. What are these weightages? Let's say, for example, if I give this particular depositor a weightage of, say, 1.0. So I'll give this depositor a weightage which is less than 1.0, maybe 0.8. Maybe for this I can give a weightage of some 0.6 or maybe 0.3 for this depositor, right? So what next? Now we'll be calculating the weighted average deposits for these depositors. So this will be 10,000 as the weightage is simply 1, but for this it will be 8,000. For this it will be 6,000, and for this it will be 3,000. So the sum of all these deposits, weighted average deposits, will be 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 plus 6 is 14, and 14 plus 3 is $17,000. So this is the weighted average of all investments, right? So if I want to calculate the profit sharing ratio for this depositor, the profit sharing ratio will be 10 over 17. For this it will be 8 over 17. For this will be 6 over 17, and for this it will be 3 over 17, right? So the profit sharing ratio is no more the investment ratio, right? The profit sharing ratio is being calculated on the basis of the weighted average deposits, right? Not simply on the basis of the deposit amount, right? So this weightage actually tells you that how profitable the deposit is, and on the basis of the profitability of the deposit, we assign every deposit or every category of deposit a weightage, and that weightage actually helps us in calculating the profit sharing ratios for that particular deposit.